these seats. So we wondered whether we could get from here in Abergavenny to Zagreb in Croatia on one tank full of fuel. Not only do we have a fuel usage issue, we also have a reliability issue. 1,100 miles without Mike Oldfield, this might not be possible.
Tell you what, there's worse places to work.
Hi guys. So we're Blue Chip Leasing. We do an awful lot of stuff with second-hand cars, and they're all great. And this is a particularly fantastic example. It's a Volvo S60 with a fantastic Euro 3 D5 engine in, just absolutely monster engine. The other day we had one and we noticed that we had about 1,100 miles of range on it because they are so good on fuel. We wondered where we could get to with 1,100 miles, and we looked on Google Maps because that's what you do, and Zagreb is 1,100 miles away. So we wondered whether we could get from here in Abergavenny to Zagreb in Croatia on one tank full of fuel. One tank full of fuel. How far is that? That's just absolutely amazing. I reckon we could do that. Why this car? Why a Volvo S60? Well, Volvos are great. And this particular one, because we're traveling across Europe, we need a big fuel tank. This has got a 70-litre fuel tank. But the real reason lies at the front of this car. And in here lies the beating heart of a monster. This is the 5-cylinder Euro 3 D5 engine. Fantastic, high compression, high efficiency engine. Just what you want to travel the roads of Europe. This'll do it. And of course, there's one other real reason that we choose a Volvo, and it lies in here. These seats are like sitting in your lounge watching TV. You can't go wrong with these seats. Best on the market. Can't fault them. Oh my God. You won't believe the potential issues that we're going to have here. It's a long way. You don't need much to go wrong, and we won't hit our fuel targets. And we're going to be stranded in central Germany or something. We want it to be the right temperature. We want to have the right tyres on here. We want to drive at the sensible rate. We want to have no headwind. We want it to not rain. We need to be very, very careful with our driving. We need to make sure that the wheels are tracked. We need to make sure that the brakes are not sticking. This car needs to be absolutely up to spec. And, hey, I fly aircraft. So what we do with aircraft is that we tape all the seams to make sure that there's little wind resistance. Guess what we're going to do with the Volvo? We are going to tape all the seams to reduce the air resistance. We think maybe 1 to 2% fuel efficiency through taping the seams. Maybe that could be the difference between getting there and not getting there. Okay, so one of the things that I forgot to mention, and this is a real big issue, we have a big concern with this car, and that is the radio doesn't work. And this is a problem because 1,100 miles without Mike Oldfield, this might not be possible. So not only do we have a fuel usage issue, we also have a reliability issue. These cars are great. We've run them for years, never had a breakdown on it, but nevertheless, we've got to be careful. So this particular one will be going into the workshop in due course. It needs a new shock absorber, it needs an oil change, it needs new filters, it needs to make sure that all the basic maintenances are covered, that it's got coolant, that we've done all the basic maintenance before we go. Then we've got to make sure that we can cope with some unexpected eventuality. Make sure that we got maybe a couple of gallons of diesel just in case we do run out when we're not in Zagreb. Maybe a few tools, spare wheels, this type of stuff. This is exactly what we need. We cannot afford to be abandoning this car somewhere in Central Europe. We've got to get home. We've got to make this car come home with us. So in the next video, we're going to get this in the workshop. We're going to get that oil changed. We're going to get the brakes checked. We're going to get the wheels checked and the tyres changed. And keep watching, and we'll see you in Zagreb.